guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be recording our Draw My Life video. Sorry if this is a little unorganized, I'm just watching the video as I do the voiceover. So the story starts with my mom and my dad. They were all in the same friend group and they had similar friends, and they were introduced to each other when they were at a bar with all of their friends. And then 6 months later, after that first date, they got engaged. And then on March 15th of 1997, my parents got married. And then they were kind of just, my mom was finishing school, they were building their first house. And then on March 26th of 99 was when I was born. I was the first child, obviously, and I remember, well, I don't remember, but my parents told me stories of that when they were walking down the stairs the first time to go get in the car, my mom actually slipped and fell down the stairs, and they were so worried that they accidentally damaged me, but they didn't. And then on the 18th of July of 2000, my sister, Courtney, was born. Me and her have been so close ever since. We used to want to share a room together. We had the choice of have separate bedrooms, but we always wanted to stay in the same room together. And yeah, we've always been super close. And then my parents had their last child and their only boy on the 18th of January of 2002. And my brother haven't been the closest, but there have definitely been times that we don't get along, but he's still my brother. And then we're gonna speed up to 2005. At this point we'd always lived in the same house, and it was time for me to start elementary school. I went to just a regular public elementary school. It was called Milton Elementary. And it was pretty simple. I remember mostly during elementary school just doing regular softball, like and t-ball and all that. For Little League, I never played any like travel ball or anything like that. And then in the beginning of summer of 2007, we actually moved into the house that we all live in now. Which definitely was a big transition because I'd gone to Milton Elementary for that kindergarten and that first grade year, and now I was moving to a different school district, still in the same state and only like 15 minutes away, but different school district, unfortunately. And sorry about the drawing of that house, it's not very cute. I'm looking at it now. And the school that I went to now is called Georgetown Elementary, and that is where I stayed from 2nd grade until 5th grade when I changed to regular middle school, and that was again a public school as well. And then in 6th grade I transitioned to Sussex Academy, where I went for middle school and high school. It's actually a charter school, it's not a public school, but it's also not a private school. And that school was super, super difficult to get into and to just keep up with. Everybody would enter their name into a lottery, and only the first 120 names picked were going to be able to go into that grade. So I was thankful enough that my name was picked. And here I drew a notebook and a clock to show how much time you had to spend to do homework. I remember just being in middle school and high school, and it would take 2 hours or so every single night just to do your homework. And at high school I was participating in volleyball in the fall and soccer in the spring. So you guys all know that you would go to sports or practice or games, and then you'd have to come back home and do like 2 hours of homework after. And this is where I met Mason for the first time. We both went to Sussex Academy for high school. He didn't go there for middle school, but we really didn't. We would talk because we were in all the same classes because our grade only had like 36 people in it, but we didn't really start talking until Mason asked me to go to prom. and then we graduated together, and in June we started dating, like officially dating. We were hanging out a long time before, but and then through that summer we were both working, but I remember like after work, even though it'd be like 9 o'clock, we'd go down to Rehoboth Boardwalk, and we just spent like hours there. And I remember this one time we were sitting on the beach, and it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and we accidentally got kicked off of the beach because it was so late. Unfortunately, at the end of August, I had to say goodbye to Mason because he was going to NYU, and I was staying here going to Salisbury. So he was like 4 hours away, and I was just still living at my house, making the 45-minute drive back and forth to Salisbury. I had originally thought that I wanted to be a doctor and study biology, but then I quickly realized that's not what I wanted to do, and so I actually switched to the community college around here, Del Tech, and now I'm studying nursing, which is what I'm doing now as well. But yeah, obviously it's only like a 15-minute drive now instead of the 45 minutes. But then in January 2019, we found out we were having Evelyn. Obviously a difficult time then, but we're so happy now. Then on July 1st of that same year, Mason proposed to me on the beach on the sunrise at Cape State Park. I told him I didn't want to be proposed to in August because I wanted to be able to take pictures and I didn't want my belly to be too big. So thankfully he did it in July. That was my one request. But then after that, it was just a complete baby mood. We were shopping, having our baby shower, making sure that we were all prepared, setting up a crib, making sure everything was clean, organized, and ready for her arrival. And then on September 28th, 2019, he arrived. I actually have a video up of my labor and delivery story. So if you want to hear about that, you can just go check out that video because I go in depth about my labor experience, how I went into labor, how delivery went, and then a little bit of our postpartum story. But now, not much has changed. She's in daycare. Me and Mason are both still in school. Mason should be graduating this spring, and I won't be graduating until the next fall, unfortunately. But at the end, I didn't want to write the end because our story is still continuing. Like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Bye, guys. I'll see you guys later.